Hey there, everybody. This is my last match of the regular part of Season 39 here against Sicomatic. Yeah, so if we can get, I think a tie will put us in a really good shape to make it to the finals, and then even some values less are okay, but there are a few people that could catch us. Honda can catch us regardless of what we do unless we 6-0. Well, he can tie us in that case. But otherwise, like a match win will pretty much guarantee, I think tie or better will pretty much guarantee making it to the finals, but not totally confirmed. So the board has weigh the picks, so you can pretty much throw in as many actions as you want. But it looks like a bridge thing to me, getting ports. I'm trying to think if you want a hermit or not, actually. It may be faster just to get mask. Obviously the gaining can be quite good here. Kind of thinking about double masquerade. Of course, you can open like hermit masquerade is pretty good too. If you have collision, I guess you have to decide which of the two you want to play. He goes with the mask, which I agree with. He'll probably take ports. I guess you can take horn. Maybe you don't do bridge thing. Maybe it's more of a horn thing. Anyway, it's like some mixture of those things is fine. He can go ahead and take a 5. He goes with the ports, which looks perfectly reasonable to me. I'm going to have 3 down here, which is a little sad. If he found his mask, yeah, that's rough. He got to trigger shuffle and then immediately found port masquerade, so that's really hard. To sort of compete with. I'll probably take a hermit now. If he has hermit, it's not totally clear that he doesn't say one to cantrip it. He doesn't have it. I think I'm not sure about bridge there, but it's probably okay. He probably takes a madman now, would be my guess. This is a good turn for me. I don't know if, okay. Passes a port, so he has, wow. Already he got the nightmare. That's rough. I have to decide. Well, I'm not going to say no to it anyway. I guess here I need to decide whether it's more important to get further clean or to add or to add a 4 or 5. I think I'm going to try for the bridge. This could be watchtower as well, but oh, he has a madman. Okay. Well, of course, he had like every single. Depending on what I draw off the port, it may be the play to just cantrip the bridge if I'm not getting two things off it anyway. I guess you can just play more of a hermit mega turn than anything. My orc. Though if you do that, you probably want... It's kind of hard to figure out the mixture of buys and whatnot to put into here, in my opinion, but... Certainly the easiest way to draw your deck is do a madman thing. Okay, I mean, he had a good turn there. How did he have that much money? 6, 8. Okay, so I gotta think. There's a copper down here. Obviously, this is like pretty good. There's an encampment as well. Could be like Port Wild Hunt. Even though, of course, you would rather buy the Wild Hunt or buy the port. Maybe actually we'll go bridge. Oh wait, sorry. See if sorry. Maybe we'll go bridge, encampment, port. I would have felt a lot better if he hadn't found the Wild Hunt, but whatever. I needed something like that, I feel like. Okay, he didn't find his bridge. I'm not really worried about keeping encampments. He may decide to just cantrip it. I think that's reasonable. Though he didn't find anything, so he probably buys ports. Maybe not. Maybe just another Wild Hunt. He still has 7 coppers. I'm gonna get to gain and play before him. At this point. probably. I guess you can like top deck coppers. I don't know if that's any good, but you can do it. With your watchtower, if you're like top decking enough consistency, you can also just top deck a copper. Alright, I gotta think a little bit here. I don't know what the rest of my deck is. There's an encampment. I mean, there's probably not a world where I don't want to trash that. I can take the last ports here. We're getting close to a 3-ish pile. We're not quite there yet. I can pass some masquerades or okay passes at this point. I think I'm ahead. He has 7 coppers. That's a lot of coppers. He had to cantrip a bridge. And he's not clicking quick. Well, he never. Okay. That's really rough. We gotta watch 3 piles, but no one has a madman, so that's not so scary. He doesn't have that much overdraw either. If we don't need them, we'll just do pig on the encampments. If we don't need it to draw through to gain and play. But if there's like, you know, if it's going to get us a few more buys, then we'll do it for sure. Which at this point, depends on if we find the wild hunt or not. Well, we'll for sure find it, I guess. What's the last card? Copper. I guess I can take the points. Like gain the bridge. I mean, I could do more gain and play. But I don't really feel like doing that. I don't think he can end it, but... Oh, okay. He definitely cannot end it. And then I'm not going to have to pass at this point. So I should have a finish on hermits and bridges. This is sort of just click cards and draw share stuff. I don't need to do that much gain and play, but I can do a little. Yeah, he just had a couple duds in there. I kind of like my opening better, but I mean, his opening could certainly work, so. Yeah, he had to pass me a port too, that really sucked. Okay, well, I have a recruiter opening on this one. There is a wall though, so, well, that's good for recruiter. I was going to say, what you'd really kind of like to do here is your recruiter, sculptor, barge, very, very large. Very, very, very large. But I think given that there's a wall, you do it just sort of large. I mean, you still go for that, but... like, I'm thinking you would, you just keep slamming those sculptors because you can do, like, Gardens Island stuff, and you would be feeding. That would be your way of feeding the recruiter. You're still going to do all that, but I would think, go for Gardens, but that's going to not work out so well. I don't want to herbalist. I can buy from barge later. See if he gets 5. He gets it too. If he misses this here, though, he's in a world of trouble. Do I need a silver yet? probably hit 5 just using this, so. Unless it was double estate top deck, this one's gonna hit 5 again. Or I should say one estate in hand and then the other estate on top. So not double top deck, but 2 in the 6, I guess, is the way to think about it. Apparently I went for Sculptor over Recruiter too. I don't know that that's right, but whatever. We can get Recruiter 2 at our leisure. I guess you could get some hits with... probably not. Like, this is a little sad to not get to... Expecting to get a Sculptor, but maybe I'll just get a barge. I can put this in hand. I can put this thing in here with this Recruiter. I'll get a... Well, we'll see what we draw. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the barge in play. I can trash these sages if they're not doing anything on a turn. Oh, he will have 10. Oh, wait, did he play the Sculptor yet? He has 9? Yeah, okay. 9 is not that scary. Or not that good. I'm gonna go... If I draw it anyway, I'm gonna go Barge Sculptor. Which I think I can get to. I guess I don't know that I can get to that for sure. Because I've been buying these sages. I may have to trash a sage. I may just not have it. I've not trashed any coppers yet. So, that's really weird to me. Like, it's not... I mean, I get it. I guess I get it. I don't know. But like, I don't know. I'm happy to get the I don't really want a messenger in my deck compared to this other stuff. Should be either double barge or barge sculptor. I'm not gonna wait too much longer on greening. I guess the idea is just with a 4-buy, he gets $8 worth of villagers to, well, give him. But you can just buy. You can just buy the 4. I mean, the differential's the same. So I'm not quite sure I follow it, but what can you do? Let's draw something nicer than that. I don't think we need to recruit the sage this turn. We're gonna start eating up villagers pretty fast. I'm gonna green this turn. Maybe trash the sages. If I can get 13, I might buy a pillage. Which probably doesn't do anything, but is like disappearing $6. The attack probably doesn't do anything, is what I mean. I could trash 1 copper, 1 sage, and still hit 13. I had 10. And that'll probably bring me down in villagers quite a bit. But yeah, we'll have to check on that. But 2 barges, that's fine. I don't know, I mean, it's a lot of draw. I don't know that the deck is gonna need that much draw, but I guess the question is whether it should be a pillage or another sculptor. That's my question anyways. I don't know if it's the question. Pillage is kind of nice, but sculpture is maybe a little more robust. So like 2 of these sculptors will be silvers and 1 of them will be an island. The recruiter will need to trash silver. 1 recruiter will need to trash silver. Maybe 1 doesn't get played. Look at, there's 1,000,000 barges. Like, he didn't, I don't know. There's 1,000,000 barges. You rebuy the recruiter, that's not that useful, in my opinion. What do we have now? I guess playing the sage never really hurts. I guess I could lower piles. I guess I could have done the messenger there. Is probably my favorite, right? I guess that's assuming I draw, which is maybe not fully safe, but what would that look like? It would be like messenger for double gardens or something. Maybe I can just buy a something. Pillage won't hurt him. Like, the pillage thing is like strictly getting enough money to double once. which is fine. I mean, that's still pretty okay. I'm gonna have to start. Well, I don't know. I mean, I kind of was steady state on villagers that last turn, but I don't know that I will be with playing the pillage. But maybe just lose one. Which is workable. He trashed his messenger. He still is like playing these barges that are just like. Now his pillage could hurt me, potentially. For sure. Mine is unlikely to do much. Can I draw all this? I guess not, and be happy. He's still seeing a million cards. I mean, I could take a recruiter away, I guess. Nothing I take away matters that much, to be honest. He's not going to triple. I don't have to play around that. I could dud, though my dud is like, still buys a province. He's gonna take away the recruiter. Though he's getting low on stuff. He's getting low on villagers. If I could have hit the double there, I would have done it, and I would have just been pretty much won, because he wouldn't have been able to province without. I guess I could have done it without. I guess I could have not duration a barge, but that felt pretty bad to me. Because then, who knows what this turn could turn into. So I got one card that I can. My score will go up by 1 or 2. Or, yeah, I'm going to gain stuff as well. I'm glad I got the third recruiter. Still things could go awry. Potentially. I mean, I don't have as much stuff to get through to get to the 16 this time, right? Because I don't have the I can also trash a sculptor. Double is like super unsafe for him. Duchies, of course, are not that useful at catching up on these boards. He's running out of villagers. He's got to hold. Oh, he can only duration one barge. He's still got his green in deck. So that's like a scary number of villagers to drop to. Yeah, and he didn't even, well, he couldn't double anyway, but he is, his deck is not as fat as mine. I'm not gonna see many cards here. What I should do, I think, that did not ultimately help me much. He can't double. Though maybe like single is enough for him. There's a recruiter and some barges in there. Does the duchy matter? It might. I'm just kind of holding out for a double. Which I think I can do this turn. There's a recruiter in the bottom, so I can recruit the sculptor and have plenty of villagers. And then still play 2 sculptors for money and I think get back up to and if he takes 1 province, think I can get there just via trashing stuff and playing the spoils and then islands or gardens. So we have to count the deck size, but I don't think we're at 30 cards. But they would be the same anyway. I mean, we're at 20 cards, I'm pretty sure. I mean, he's just at 17, so I guess maybe not. But I think I'm a little fatter. Or like province duchy is probably sufficient. I don't think he'll even have enough to do. Can't do both, so. I'm going to see at least 8 cards into the next shuffle. I don't know that I'm not guaranteed to make it by any stretch, or to, I guess, make it and have the resources to finish, I don't think. But we'll give it our best shot. This card gained will be minus, so he's just right at 15 cards. Yeah, okay. I guess he can play around the... Oh, he's going back to the pillage. I don't know on the Sage whether I need to save the... I mean, if I'm playing for double, it's definitely got to look like this. No doubt about it. It's the worlds where we can also trash duchy if we're like fully committed to getting here, right? Well, we're gonna lose some. How many points? It might be cutting it close. So the duchy loses 2 points, trashing it. How many cards do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 21. So any trashing I do will do it. The spoils is a point. So I go down to 13 when I trash the duchy. 2 provinces from that point would be enough. And then I have, I guess, about 5 points worth of leeway for gains. Maybe 6 because I have the spoils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. So I need... Okay, let's go for it. This away. I guess I don't even know if the money is in deck at all. Now we're up to, this is 12. 13. Okay, it's already in hand. I believe. I just want to check. Okay, yeah, it's super in hand. When is it? Well, 10, 12. Okay, we need one more. Now this is 12, 13, 14. Yeah, okay. Okay. Kind of felt like I mean, I was like ahead the whole time. Pretty much. You know, that turn he got 9 instead of 10. I don't know if there's anything he could have done differently. Probably not, but that was kind of rough for him. Like 9 is way worse than 10 on that board. Okay, so I'm gonna open scrap moneylender, I think. I guess the question is whether you try to, well, you could do Silk Road's Ironworks, I guess. Probably beats building up. I would think. Like, well, okay. So, I mean, if you build up, you're basically just doing Witch and then yeah, I like the labyrinth aspect of the Ironworks thing as well. This is a bit sad that we don't. This is like a really bad draw for the Ironworks, but nothing I can do. I'll probably go silver scrap. I mean, what are the other options? Are like Ironworks Estate. Like, I don't like that. I guess you can do. I could do Talisman scrap. Maybe he's a little better. We'll try the Talisman. This is a nice turn 3 for him. Hopefully the scrap doesn't miss the estate entirely. I would rather have it just miss the shuffle than be in this hand with 4 coppers. I would probably just buy an Ironworks. It's a nomad camp. That's really strange to me, but okay. Yeah, this sucks. I'm just gonna get the Ironworks. Question here is whether you go Ironworks double scrap or that seems kind of appealing actually. What's left in the shuffle? I think it's just a bunch of junk. There might be a scrap in there. My scraps are gonna be super funny, like super bad. I may want to procession myself at some point. I assume he's going to get the last of the labyrinth here. So we didn't get a huge split on that, but I mean, he had a scrap, so there was never like a... He was always going to be able to get some of it. I think I took it pretty much any time I could. I mean, okay, there was that... Oh, what hurt was that turn where I drew the scrap without a state. That kind of sucked. Though potentially, like, better turns were just like scrap colliding with ironworks, in which case it wouldn't have increased. But the dream, of course, on the first shuffle would have been labyrinth both turns. But I mean, that wasn't like... That was possible, but... Alright. I'm going to get a procession here. Next shuffle will be my greening shuffle, I guess. I'm going to try... Okay, that didn't quite pan out, but... Okay, scraps are gone. I can do action coin on a estate, or I can do the talisman and buy an estate. Scrap the talisman, buy an estate. I need to find some third pile besides the Silk Roads, which probably is the Ironworks. I think I like keeping the estate for one more shuffle. It would have been nice to find a yeah, that's sad. It would have been nice to find obviously he can just start buying provinces too, and I'm not ending the game that fast. I don't know what he has going for him, but More than me, presumably. This is going to be card action horse, I think. Processions may run as well. Is he going to get another grave robber? I mean, I expect to lose this game, but I thought it was maybe a fun deck to play. Obviously, I mean, like if I had drawn one of these green cards instead of that scrap, that would have been helpful. Whatever, they're like, I mean, my deck is a mess. I can't have any expectation of any particular draw at any point. That just wouldn't be reasonable to expect. He may be able to pile himself pretty soon. I'm not tracking the Silk Roads, but I will try to the next time I gain a green card and I notice a value jump. I've trashed some estates, so I don't have that many green cards right now. Of course, the curses are hurting me. My one partial issue here is that there's like too many piles being mucked with for me. Like I don't have 3 that are lowering. There's like 5. So that doesn't work so well. I guess there's some world where he draws like a bad hand. Not really, though. It's not impossible, but it's really unlikely. Like pure processions and grave robbers or something. Does he have an Ironworks? I'm kind of surprised he didn't. I don't know what his money situation looks like, but I'm kind of surprised he hasn't gained a Ironworks yet. It's also, maybe he's always gaining the procession, but not having done procession is pretty sad. So he'd really like another grave robber. He should win next turn, though, either way, I expect. Well, he may not have horses now, so that could be tough. I don't know if he still has a scrap or not. That's his trouble here, because I have most of the other horses, I think. At least a couple of them. I don't know. I mean, like, what's going to happen on my turn? I play horse, I get a Silk Road. If I find an Ironworks, I get 2. And then maybe my point goes up, score goes up by like 5 if I'm lucky. I don't know. I just don't have enough points. Does he not have any horses? I assume that's his thing. I mean, like, on his next turn, then he can't possibly really go anywhere. I don't know. Maybe he does have a horse. If he has a horse, he needs to save it. The scraps are gone. I think. Okay, he does have another grave robber. He's gonna have to top deck a horse now. Pretty sure. Oh, right. You can't top deck a horse. They're not in the trash. Yeah. Maybe a scrap, but he can't play it. Well, he can play it. Oh, money. He must have a scrap in hand still. I'm assuming. Otherwise, why gain the money lender? I'm assuming he gained the money lender so that he could trash it to scrap. He doesn't. He does not even have that. Okay, so he's just provincing. Does he have his witch? No. Okay, he just gets a bunch of grave robbers here. This time I'm not doing horses. It's got to be card action coin. Try and get another coin and get the estate. I think. Okay, that sucks. That really does suck to have a horse miss. I mean, okay, like I said before, it's just my deck's completely random, so. But it would have been nice. I can buy a copper, but it doesn't really matter. I need to have the Procession Ironworks hand is what I really need, because then that I can finish, but. I guess just getting a bunch of provinces might do it for him and empty the grave robbers. Okay, so this might, if he's not winning, oh shoot. Okay, he's probably just winning here. Well, I don't know, he doesn't have tons of gainers. Well, he does have tons of gainers, right? He has grave robbers. He doesn't have tons of draw. The witch is gone. Okay. I don't know if he can have a alliance. Does he have that much money? Maybe. I don't know. He must have not had a grave robber in hand, because otherwise you want to do grave robber first and put the witch on top. This is one of those where I pick the much shorter turn strategy, so I get to sit a whole lot. I said I was gonna watch the VP counter, but I did not do that. So I don't really know where I'm sitting at. I could probably calculate a range, but that's about the extent of it. Like, I have 7 Silk Roads. I have 5 curses, 8 pockets. 3 points after the curse and the VP are taken account for. So there's 18 points in the deck. 7. Okay, so the Silk Roads are worth 2. Makes like I almost fast click that. So the Silk Roads are worth 2. I have 7 Silk Roads. I guess he hasn't gained a state, so I can figure out that. 7 Silk Roads. I'm going to assume I'm the one who didn't trash all the estates, so I probably have 4 estates. Does that add up? 3 plus 14 plus 4. It does add up. Okay, I think I know the contents of the deck. I just need... So this Silk Road will up. He can't get a horse into the shuffle though, because of the order that this stuff occurs. So those are the last horses he'll have, but they're not in the shuffle. So anyway, when I get this Silk Road, I'm going to go up by 7 plus 3. I'm going to go by 10. Assuming he's not winning, I guess. Which maybe he's just winning. Ooh, he gets to Alliance. That's exciting. Unfortunately, him gaining the procession, which was weird. He didn't have to do that. He could have gained any of these 4s. Probably the money lender. But anyway, that's going to let me win. I don't know why he lowered the processions there, because I couldn't have won otherwise. I mean, his next hand maybe was just complete junk, but I don't know what it looked like. Okay, so this is a nice board. Gonna open groom silver, I think. Could do groom. No, I think it's just groom silver. I mean, you can do market square, but you can also do magpie. Maybe you do the magpie silver and then get the groom on the shuffle. The magpies are certainly useful here in a number of different ways. The groom, of course, is fantastic. The groom is amazing here. You're going to want, you know, as many as you can get. The replace is very good. I'm not sure about the opening. I would be totally fine with someone who said, oh, I'm going to get a groom. Like, that would be, to me, is fine. This is a great shuffle for me. Yeah, I would like a market square. Okay. This is a little bit sad. I mean, this is quite sad, actually. I could just put a magpie on top. I would have much rather put, or not trash a silver, of course, but let's go ahead and cantrip one. I mean, let's do it. I don't think it was that great, but it was either that or not play it at all, I guess. But I don't really know. I don't know if that was right. Let's get another groom on top. No buy. We don't need the buy. This will be Smithy, I think, farming village for me. Yeah, I'm not sure about the this thing here, but the point was just not to have the shuffle last longer. But I couldn't play both of them. But that doesn't mean it was the right play. You don't really want golds until you're drawing deck. There's no reason to take them earlier. I hate the candlestick maker. This is all about getting to that point where you draw deck. Pretty much nothing else matters. Now the magpies are turning sad. Who has 2 replaces? He has 2 replaces. I mean, like, you can. This shuffle also actually sucked. Because there's like groom and replace in here. If I had found a replace, it would have been okay. It would have been good, but. Man, I said it sucked, and now I'm just gonna off and buy one right away. Actually, it probably should just be not that. Should probably have just been a nothing. Just buy a smithy. I'm jealous of the estate trashes. That's the main thing I've not gotten to do. You should get a farming village. Okay, get this. I mean, I get it, the just get smithy thing, kind of, but here I would get a real village. I don't like the second candlestick maker. I wish I had not bought the first one. Okay, here I'm gonna just go ahead and top deck farming village and gain a smithy, and then I'm gonna practice a little bit of discipline this time and not by the candlestick. Like, this is so many candlestick makers. That's a lot. I don't get it. There's no like draw to X. They look so bad to me. I mean, if you had 10 smithies maybe, but they look so awful to me. I do not get it. I mean, we're gonna be close to a 3 pile whenever. Like, I mean, if he has a really good draw, he can probably 3 pile. But I'm gonna play as if I think he cannot. But like, if he lowers, then maybe I can 3 pile. Like, he can't take this smithy. But I have a shot at... Okay, he did. That's crazy. That's just bonkers. That's just like asking to... It's just like saying... I mean, I don't get there probably, but... Okay. How far am I? If I do... I get real close just off this. I can't draw the candlestick maker otherwise. I could... Yeah, like if I had one more buy already, I could do cursed candles. Well, that would just be tying, so that's not so clear. Okay. I guess this will win. I don't really need this. I don't know why I'm playing this out. I shouldn't do that. It was so weird of him to get the last smithy. Like, just begging to get 3 piled. And it wasn't like he was like behind enough that he had to do that. Behind in any sense, really. I mean, I don't know. This is weird buys from him that game. Between the candlestick makers and that last smithy, which was just totally crazy. Alright, so we've got trashing, draw. Gains are a little... No, I guess you got all the kind of gains you need. 5-2 is pretty good. I guess no matter what, you can buy the 5. So it's just a question whether you want to do amulet or fool, I think. He'll buy a sentry. Oh, altar. Yeah, that's fine too. or good even. I don't mean to say it's not the right thing. I think it's the right thing probably. I could get full, but I think just Century. This should be a couple good trashes. I have to think. The coin, I'm not sure on. That's the only question. If I see lucky coin, I'll probably trash it. I think I can get the money other ways. I won't necessarily be happy about it, but he's really heavy on altar now, which is probably alright, but let's get thin. Aw. That's sad. None of this really matters, right? I don't have a $5. I mean, this doesn't matter. However, I decide to click it. I don't have a card I can draw, and I don't have, do I need to borrow for an altar now? That was quite sad, actually. If I gotten 2 trashes on that turn, I would have felt, maybe not in the lead, but fully competitive with him. But without any trashes on that Century, I don't think I'm gonna make it here. I don't believe. I don't have a rabble yet. I don't know. Play 1 port maybe? He should probably just hit rabbles. Port's okay too though. I think the altar's the last card. I guess I'm willing to shuffle, right? If I have ports and rabbles in there. It looks reasonable to shuffle. I don't know if there's been like a point where I should have banished. I haven't been watching that closely. There should be another rabble. We're gonna really live or die by whether we find a rabble on this turn. First rabble was friendly to our cause. Next one, not so much. Well, okay, what's left? There's like a Century in here. It's like real good odds of finding. It's like real good odds of finding the rabble. Whether we'll get it, I don't know, but the odds are good. You probably altar for a messenger if you can draw it at some point. Otherwise, I mean, I wouldn't messenger it I wouldn't altar for it before I could draw it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me to get the messenger unless it's like he could get a second rabble by ports, and then next turn, if he draws, he can gain the messenger and play it while having the extra draw and consistency from a rabble. So I'm not, I mean, I guess unless you think you're going to get enough overdraw to do that anyway and have 3 buys, which I guess is something you can play for, but I'm not in love with it. as a strategy myself. Question here is whether, well, we got rabble on top, right? Or rabble in there. Cards left are rabble and port. We just want to do it like this. So we can get the messenger. I don't know how much money. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Perfect money. And there was borrow anyway, so. Did he trash his lucky coin? No. Okay. We're definitely gonna port. Probably just a rabble, right? Okay, so we're still in this one. Maybe like, okay, he drew dead. Yeah, he's not as trash as us. So we're probably even ahead. Second altar was maybe a little greedy on his part. My question will be what to gain here. You can't build that big. I might be able to hit him with a villain. I don't know if it'll matter. I don't know if it's likely to matter. Okay, probably can't even hit him with a villain. Okay, so I was maybe a little overly ambitious for what I thought my turn might do. But we've got ports and rabbles down there, so that's all good. Can get a rabble here. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, or 9. I guess it's 9. 10 if we lower, or sorry, if we borrow, or don't play altar, I guess. I'm trying to, what I'm thinking about right now, just so it's clear, I'm trying to decide if I want to keep the lucky coin or keep the amulet, or both, which would be skipping an altar play, which is probably not what I'm going to do. The lucky coin is certainly a little simpler for getting the silvers in. I do want the silver. I don't think you need double rabble. The question for me is whether you want, whether the patrician is worth the borrow here. I have a lot of drawn deck, that's true. I have a lot of ports and there's a rabble, but some of that could get hit by the... And then there's a question of whether you want to reveal the emporiums for him. He can probably make a little better use out of them since he still has coppers to trash and he has the double altars. He's gonna flip both rabbles here, so that was sad, but nothing I can do. The port hit here is actually fine. I don't care too much about that at that stage. I still have enough to play quite a few actions. This is, of course, this is sort of okay also. There's a lot of treasure in there. So it's okay. That hit. What I'm sort of hoping to do here, this turn, I guess I could have bought a copper. That seems greedy, like super greedy. He does go for the villain. I think that's fine. Obviously here I can toss a silver. So you just have a bunch of unplayed rabbles. Or one, anyway. One unplayed rabble, one unplayed altar. Yeah, I won't feel super good about... Oh, and one unplayed messenger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's all the villages. So he's gotta pick... Well, he's gonna play the payload stuff. He's not gonna bother rabbling just on the off chance of getting another hit on me. Okay, so he's gonna reveal the Emporiums. That's fine with me. If he double Emporium, that's also fine with me. I'll probably just respond with a triple. And that should be fairly safe. I don't know. It's not clear how safe that will be, but just because of the double altars, but certainly if he gets, I mean, I don't have to triple either. I can always just like take 2 in a province or something. I kind of want to see, it's not impossible that you just play by the banish every turn while provincing, though it would be kind of nice to get 2 of them at once. I think 3 is pretty ambitious, overly ambitious. I don't care if he trashes it differently with altar. It was all guaranteed. I don't even know what the difference is, to be honest. Just that he doesn't have to borrow, I guess, is the difference. So I didn't have that top decked. Do I play? I don't know the order here. Okay, so I mean, obviously for 1 port's okay. Do I play a 2nd port? Or go ahead and play the sentry? I guess because you want to find rabbles. That's a bummer. Okay. Okay. Maybe it'll lose a silver for an Emporium. I don't know what the last card is. Oh, it's the lucky coin. I can double Emporium, right? I mean, or I can triple. What does triple leave me with? 12? Then he would have to get 8 points, which would be like province, duchy, double rabble, which he probably has exact enough for if he can trash. And it probably depends on overdraw if he can trash junk that he doesn't want. There's also the borrow, so that makes that. I probably need 1 province. So right now I'm at 10, 12, 13. I can be at 12 instead. Though, of course, it's like 12 asterisk, right? It's like, which could just be a banish and a province. Seems pretty good to me. The other option would be double Emporium, which we talked about, or Emporium Province with a borrow, which is, I could have also lost support, but all right, this is a good turn. It doesn't feel very safe for him to like lower Emporiums. I can empty most likely. Okay, he's just totally lost. That's really bad for him. I guess I could try to save the patrician for something, but I don't know what that something would be. I think I can just like double Emporium and Province. Or single Emporium. He doesn't have any green, so it doesn't. Well, maybe it matters, but I'm not deck tracking enough to know. I can just province and banish again. Or I can Emporium and banish, right? That's going to be pretty safe too. He's not going to, he can get, like what's max? Double duchy, double province. That's not going to happen. That would be 18 points, but he doesn't have that much money. Could he double province or province triple duchy? That would be 15 points. That would be enough, I guess. Oh, but it wouldn't be a 3-pile, right? I can just do Emporium, banish, and just 3-pile next time. Like there's just no, he just doesn't have any threat. So I should just minimize dud chances. He can't catch me in a turn. And maybe it was even better to like figure out exactly how much money I needed and maybe banish silvers, to be honest, as far as from the consistency perspective. Because I think I'm going to have probably more money than I need to finish. And like not play the lucky coin, clearly. I mean, obviously too late, so even if he maxed points, I can still province double rabble. Which will be enough. And of course he is just adding 4 green cards and losing patrician will make him even less consistent. If he does go for the double. Alright, one more. So I should... This pretty much guarantees I'll make it into the... What was game 3? Oh, yeah, that was not good. Or was that... Oh, I thought... Well, 3, yeah, 3 is a bit of a throw. 4 was, I also thought, a throw. This is... I guess the flag bearer is pretty good, or the flag's pretty good here. With Cathedral. We may just pass it back and forth a bunch. I don't know what you can get going here. The village is pretty awful. The draw is fine, but the village is awful. The gaining's good. There's some attacking. But like, I don't know, I mean, the game less, I mean, you're going to open Cathedral, but I don't know what you kind of go into after that. It's going to be sort of hard, in my opinion, to make it all work. I guess I can get a duplicate. I don't know how good that is or not. Coven is kind of nice just as a buy here. It's essentially just like a silver equivalent. I mean, as far as what I want my deck to look like. Like, if I buy Displace, I've got nothing to displace into, or to displace from. So, I'd probably go with Coven. I guess I'm going to try and build, but like, it's going to turn into a mess. I think, in the end. And maybe, like, I don't know what the final thing looks like. If you try to build, how much you try to build. Like, I could double gold right now. Or I could double nobles. Those are two very different paths. think I'm going to play it simple. I don't feel like playing it complicated right now. I would like a display. Well, okay. Yeah, I would like it displays. So that's a bit sad to have the duplicate miss, to be honest. We're going to start. Yeah, we're going to already be in this spot where we're having to... I guess if you duplicate a flag bearer, then you can get the flag back later without gaining another one. I'm going to end up with duplicate displace collision. Wait. Which will be sad. I mean, I get province. But I don't... Next shuffle, we can green a little. It gets a tragic hero. Okay, we didn't have collision, that's good. This will just be double gold. I think he's gonna build. We'll see if it works for him. And I guess if you get then the points from the nobles are nice. That's true. This is gonna be, I think, province Coven. Though a second displace is also pretty reasonable. That isn't so clear to me. Man, the nobles are so bad with 4-card hands, though, like, in my opinion. So hopefully... If this were a displace, this turn would be better. I guess I can... I'm not going to do that, but... I could have just trashed province. Let's get another displace. I'm going to kill the duplicate now. He'll probably get the last labyrinth points, but that's fine. I mean, I guess I could go double nobles and get 6 points. That's also not crazy. You can displace the nobles as well. Maybe I do that. Not sure. I don't get to flip the curses before... Okay, the no scavenger, the duplicate is getting less appealing. So the question is whether I want to duplicate on the mat at all, or whether I just want it, you know, banished from existence. Trying to get the golds are better for trying to get the provinces. There my curses are in now. Which apparently is more than his. I guess that's not surprising. Given the sitch. I have a lot of gold. I can totally trash provinces if that's a thing to do. which it very well could be for me at some point. Do we lose the displace? Do we lose the coven? Because probably the coven. This is sad, the collision here, but nothing you can do about it at this point. Hopefully we'll get to trash some curses over the next couple turns. Yeah, they're just not the best draw here. He has a lot of nobles. I think my next, well, there's a lot of curses. There's still 4 curses in the deck. Not guaranteed. If I had 6 here, I would buy gold for sure. But I think any hands in which I hit 6, I hit 8. So that's not. At this point, I think my silver equivalents are gone. And my coppers certainly are. I could buy the flag bearer. I think I'm going to buy the flag bearer. Well, I mean, if he gets province, I might need to take a duchy. He gets the flag bearer, okay. I don't think he can triple. Maybe I'm wrong and he can. If he can triple, though, he wins anyway. If the displaces hadn't collided, I would be in some spot. I can so I will have to see what he does, but probably it's a gold buy just because I have 2 in exile. But there may be some considerations needed for King Flag Bearer Duchy, I guess. Those are the only other things. I don't even know what he has in his deck, to be honest. The duplicates are gone now. He still has a Tragic Hero. But I don't know. He's probably counting now to see if there's like a finish, I would guess. That's what he's checking on. Or maybe not a finish, but he just has the 1 displace. I guess he could have. No, that's pretty unlikely, right? He doesn't have that many golds. I mean, 2 of these are curses. Okay. So double province doesn't, or duchy doesn't stop double province. Though, okay, yeah, he can do more than just that, potentially, so I'm not going to double. Oh, he got to trash a curse, too. He had some nice opening hands here. I mean, okay, his 8 nobles, that's not that hard. I didn't even get enough to do flag bearer, which would have been nice. Jeez. I think I'm in maybe a better spot if the game goes longer. If we just go into duchy stuff, because, like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, because he can, like, duplicate them. He's a better shot at double province for sure. I wish these are kind of crappy hands. Next hand will be good, but I have to figure out if I want the flag or if I want the point. How many of the points, I guess, more accurately. It's like maximum points is like duchy, trash, curse, by estate, and then flag bearer trash is one less than that. It's basically trash curse or trash estate or trash flag bearer. He's getting duchies. Buys a duchy. So if I do let's get the flag bearer. If he doubles, he doubles. If not, this is nice. So we're getting to the point where the duchies are run. Of course, I didn't get that gold, did I? No. Okay. Yeah, I'm running on fumes for sure. Fortunately, the piles are going. And I have the points lead right now. It does suck that I didn't get a curse in this hand. Or another gold. That would have been good too. These bottom two may both be curses? I'm not sure. If he takes duchy, I can just win. If he doesn't take duchy, I'll probably still do double duchy. Though I'll have to trash a duchy to do it, but Well, maybe the reasoning would be tavern mat considerations. Just not okay. That's game. Even if he calls it's game. He could buy estates. Alright, I gotta think now. So my options are like just gain in province, be up by 10. Trash a gold. Or trash a duchy, displace province into duchy, buy duchy, which would give me 44. Pardon me. Should give me 44. We'll lose. Well, it won't lose to province. Yeah, we'll lose to province duchy. But it kind of eliminates his estate. Yeah, I kind of like just being up the points. I mean, I guess another option is to do trash the duchy. Yeah, that's not as appealing. I still have the flag, so. If you can't put something together, this is a game. I don't know that there's much of a world where he can do it, but alright. So we did the sweep. Looking pretty good for the finals, depending on how Honda does in his last match or RTT in his last two. Oh, he's gone. Alright. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.